so excited to introduce you to our first series, The Case of the Missing Ring. In this series, we are going to follow Detectives Maple investigation to find a missing ring. Before we begin, have your extra material ready. Today we will learn more about the series, the characters, the dictionary, and more. So let's move on. Let's start with a note from Detective Maple. I've had a nice break, but it's time for me to get back to work. There has been a robbery over at Julia Cabot's mansion, and she insists on having me investigate. This wealthy widow refuses to take no for an answer. I'll start by questioning the residents. Something tells me this missing ring is an inside job. We have 3 extra PDFs, and the first one is the exercises with the text and everything else that you have to have printed. You also get the Detective's Dictionary, and there you will find many expressions and phrasal verbs and new words to get familiar with. You will also get your own notebook to take notes about the vocabulary, but also have your own investigation and try to find out who robbed the ring. Before you listen to our main introduction, we have some vocabulary to learn. These words will appear on the text and you have to be familiar with them. So let's start. The first word we have is widow. Widow. And the meaning is a woman whose husband has died. Our second word is wing. Wing. And the meaning is a section in a very large house or building. Our next vocabulary is hired help. Hired help. And that means people who get paid to assist a person or a group. Moving on, we have common area. Common area. It is a place on a building or a house where everybody is welcome. Moving along, we have snatch. Snatch. To take or steal quickly. So it is a secret, basically when someone takes something from another person without them knowing. Pass on. Pass on. It means to give to the next person in line. For example, from mother to daughter. Late. Late. In this case is someone who has died. Bad timing. Bad timing. It is in an inconvenient time. Get hitched. Get hitched. This is a very old language to talk about someone who's getting married. The best of the best. It means to be the number one, the top. Reality show. Reality show. It is a show, a TV series that has real people and real stories. Be out of. Be out of. To no longer have something you used to have. And the last one, break in. Break in. A forced entry into a locked area. Alright, so these are all the words that you need to know for our next video. Now you have the listening comprehension to our main introduction, and you have the text, but it is incomplete. So listen to me reading it and try to fill in the gaps. Are you ready? Julia Cabot is a wealthy widow. She lives in a mansion with 3 wings. She has 1 wing to herself. Another wing is for her son's family of 4. Her son, Half, is married to Lila. They have full-grown twins, Emma and Oliver. The twins still live at home. Emma is engaged to a man named Paul. The 3rd wing in the mansion is for hired help. This includes a gardener, a chef, and a housekeeper. Besides these wings, there are several common areas in Julia's house, including a computer room, a kitchen with a giant flat-screen TV, and a living room. Cabot's manor was recently robbed. A ruby ring was snatched from the widow's bedroom. The ring is a family treasure that was supposed to be passed on to Emma on her wedding day. It was a gift to Julia from her late husband. The robber had bad timing. Emma and Paul are supposed to be getting hitched next week in the Rose Garden. The newlyweds are scheduled to move into the guest house after the wedding. Julia hired the best of the best to conduct the investigation. Detective Maple starred in a recent reality show. It was a murder mystery series. Filming for the show took him all over the world. The Cabots watched every minute of it. Now that the series is over, the famous detective is out of a job. Since there were no signs of a break-in, the detective thinks that a resident of the mansion stole the ring. He will question each suspect in a private interview. Julia has insisted on taping each interview with a hidden camera. She has made Detective Maple an offer he can't refuse. Now that we are done with our listening comprehension and you got to know a little better about the characters and the story, you will do the exercises on your PDF. And in the next video, we are going to see how you did. Starting with the comprehension questions. The first question we have is, does Julia Cabot live with her husband? And the answer is no. Julia's husband died. She lives with her son and his family. Question number 2. How is Emma related to Julia? Emma is Julia's granddaughter. So the next question is, who are Lila and Half? Half is Julia's son, and Lila is his wife, Julia's daughter-in-law. Next question. Name some of the common areas in Cabot's manor. And the answers are a kitchen, a computer room, and a living room. Question number 5. Who is going to investigate the robbery? And the answer is Detective Maple is going to investigate it. Question number 6 is, what did this detective recently do? And the answer is Detective Maple recently starred in a reality TV series that took him all around the world. And the last question is, why does the reading mention a camera? And the answer is Julia is taping the interviews with a hidden camera. So these are our comprehension questions done. Very good. Before we finish this episode, I want you guys to make some predictions. So I have some questions, and you can write it down on your detective's diary. The first question is, do you have any idea who the thief is? Who stole that ring? Do you know it? The next question is, do you think Detective Maple is excited about this case? Why or why not? The next one is, do you agree with Detective Maple that this robbery is probably an inside job? Why or why not? What questions do you think Detective Maple will ask the suspects? And the last question is, do you think Emma will get the ring back in time to marry Paul next week? Stay tuned, because next Wednesday we will have episode 1 and Detective Maple will question the first suspect. First one is Half. So I hope you enjoyed our introduction to the case of the missing ring. I will see you next week. Bye!